Hi, I'm Dr. Jeffrey Tucker, and I want to share with you what's become one of my favorite assessments to do with my patients, as well as this becoming an exercise that they could do at home on their own. But we'll break this down into an assessment first, where in my office, the way that I do this is my patient and I are standing in front of a mirror, and I ask them to bend over and do a toe touch and find their hands to the floor. So as they do that, I'm able to observe what strategy they're using. Are they doing a proper hip hinge? And if they're not, it's an opportunity for me to teach them. If they're rounding in the low back or they're excessively rounding in the T-spine, it's an opportunity to show them a better position, a better strategy. So hip hinge down to the floor, walk out into a plank, animal style. So I'm on my hands and my feet and I'm checking plank. I don't want to see this, I want to see this. I want my abs on, my glutes on, my shoulders are engaged, and I ask them, can you bring your right foot to the outside of the right hand? Like that. They may only get here, they're so tight. So I want to see them eventually get here, and now I'm getting a really beautiful hip flexor stretch on this left side. The next move I ask them to do is for thoracic spine mobility. Can they lift their right arm up and really extend back? It's okay to extend the wrist, open the chest, get that thoracic rotation, mobility, hold it for a moment, come back, plant the hand. Let's do the other side. Same thing. Rotating, breathing, come back. Bring the leg back into a wide stance or wide foot position. Walk into a plank, into a deep squat. Now I want to see, can they get into a deep squat with their feet flat, heels flat? Isn't that an assessment? The next thing that I look at is asking them to put their hands together in a prayer pose and bring them into the sternum. And how much extension can they get? So I'm looking at them, and then I might have them go sideways to the mirror so they could see themselves where they're rounding in their lumbar spine or thoracic spine and actually achieve extension. This has helped my patients improve their posture more than anything else I've ever given them in the past. Couple this with rowing exercises, it will really change a kyphosis. So they have to push through the sternum, lift, 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 show them where they need to extend through, show them that pivot point and work it. At the same time, if you notice, my elbows are right inside my adductors, I'm pushing apart. Then I bring one arm up, the other arm up, and I'm gonna sink into my heels and come straight up for that gluteal activation. And then we're gonna repeat that whole sequence on the other side. I love it if I can get them up to doing about 5 reps on each side. I know it takes them about 10 minutes to do it, but keep in mind, for your deactivated patient or your deconditioned patient, just doing 2 of these might be their entire workout. But for your athletic patient who's already conditioned, who needs some flexibility, who needs some gluteal activation before they start working out, this is a really great maneuver to share with them. So let's do it again on the other side. Let's practice that hip hinge to the floor, walk out into a nice plank. Make sure it's a good solid plank, on your toes, on your hands. There's no collapsing in the spine, nice and rigid. Then I'm gonna bring my left foot to the outside of my left hand. I'll enjoy this stretch for a moment in my hip flexors, push back through that heel if I want to, and then reach up to the ceiling. Express as much thoracic rotation as you can. Breathe, 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 come back. Opposite hand goes up. If you can get them to look with their head, well, that's going to improve cervical range of motion as well, isn't it? But get that motion through the thoracic spine, not just the hand and the arm, but really into the T-spine. Come back, plank, take the feet a little bit wider, walk back through the plank into a nice squat. I don't really care where their feet wind up. Let me get you deep first. Get out. Take the hands together, put them right up against the sternum, push in to the sternum as you lift. Automatically prying open my adductor. Raise an arm up all the way, full elbow extension, other arm, and then connect to the glutes. If you see the person falling forward to get up like this, you know they don't have glute strength. Teach it to them. Lean back, straight up. That's another rep, and repeat that as you can.